Yeah, so we'll go to the next one here. The next one here is on Tucker. I don't know if I want to watch this one
Can we talk about
right
Tucker
now.
Carlson?
Let's see. I have not watched this one. I definitely have not watched this one. So this is why are home prices across Texas dropping? This was 19 hours ago. So that would have been 24. This would have been late yesterday on the 23rd. Yeah, this is from NBC News. So I haven't seen this before, so we'll watch this.
House.
Title: Why are home prices across Texas dropping? Again from NBC News.
House/acreage hunting with us.
Ariel and Jake.
I cannot hear this. There we go.
House/acreage hunting with us.
Ariel and Jake Gottfried are on the hunt for their dream home in Houston. The family of four has been looking for a bigger place.
We're just kind of looking.
Fellow Mr. Clean look rocker here. I like it.
/acreage hunting with us.
Ariel and Jake Gottfried are on the hunt for their dream home in Houston. The family of four has been looking for a bigger place.
We're just kind of looking for where we could plant our roots forever.
And right now, they're among the
He actually has more facial hair than I do.
would-be buyers in the Lone Star State benefiting from cooling prices. According to data from real estate marketplace Redfin, the price of a home in Texas is down nearly 2% compared to last year. The 7 largest Texas metro areas all seeing declines. The reason?
Home prices in Texas got out of control during the pandemic. There was just so much demand for housing. Developers responded by increasing supply, building more homes. And now those homes are on the market, and that competition is resulting in lower prices for home buyers.
This is like I feel like this theme comes up a lot with housing and I feel like I may have heard this from like Democrats and Republicans, like the politicians, of like you just gotta build more houses. Again, I guess it's a supply and demand thing. I'm not entirely like a super economic whiz, but like that seems to be something that like a shit ton of people agree with. And at some point too, I've probably talked about this before, but this obviously goes into like the a little bit into like the homelessness thing as well. There was a guy who I talked to at the gym who was talking about the homelessness issue, and he was basically like, I know how you could solve it. You could put them all basically like in a big apartment building. And I actually kind of like that idea. Although one thing I do think that makes me maybe a little different from some people who I tend to be aligned with on most things, I am not convinced that housing is something that should be like an automatic right in the sense that like everybody gets it via the government, no questions asked, no matter what. I don't know if I feel that it's the same as food and water. Now, I'm not saying it's important. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me misconstrued. I think it's important. So I just want to make that very clear. But I do think that idea is interesting to me of like you put a bunch of people, you basically build a bunch of housing, like these huge buildings with a ton of units, and you basically like work with these people, work with the local, mental health agencies, whatever, and you come up with some kind of plan of like, look, we're going to give you this house, but under the stipulation, you have to participate in, whatever meetings it is that we're doing. It could be about, something with case management to help you get on, these certain benefits. But I don't know if I'd say equally, maybe more importantly, getting with like an employment team to like help you get a job, help you get some kind of money. And then maybe there's some kind of like a transitionary period where, okay, we have this housing that's free. Then from there, you're going to have to pay like a little bit more until eventually you're on your own. Now, again, I don't think, and I'm not married to this opinion, but where I'm at right now, I can just speak off the top of my head, I don't think we should provide just like blanket housing to people all the time, no matter what, like no stipulations attached. Now, again, that's not something that I've thought through like incredibly thoroughly. I'm not married to that position, but that's just kind of my feelings on it at the moment. So, but yeah, we'll keep watching this here.
Market, and that competition is resulting in lower prices for home buyers.
So is it really just moderating?
Yeah, I think what's happening in Texas is more like a correction.
Higher mortgage rates and cost of living also mean buyers are being more selective, something Houston-based real estate agent Pamela Rich is seeing firsthand.
Buyers have more options right now and they're taking their time. They have leverage again.
She's helping her daughter Alexis Alada find her first home.
I'm looking at listings, 1 week, and the next week they've gone down, a few $1,000s.
It's not just Texas where buyers may have the edge. Across the Sun Belt, sellers outnumber buyers in places like Miami, Nashville, and Vegas.
There's just more homes in general to choose from. That gives you more negotiating power.
But while prices may be creeping to places like Miami, Nashville,
I don't know if it's her or my ears.
and Vegas.
There's just more homes in general to choose from. That gives you more negotiating power.
More homes in general to choose from? Is that what she said?
In general to choose from. That gives you more negotiating power.
But while prices may be creeping down, experts say homes there are still far from pre-pandemic levels.
Affordability is still a problem, especially when you factor in the higher mortgage rates. So it might not feel like buyers are really getting the best deal right now, but it is a easier time to buy than it was during the pandemic when you would have had to compete against multiple competing offers.
Welcome news for Texas families like the Godfreys.
You guys feeling good about getting your dream home for a good price?
It's easier than the pandemic? Is that what
For
she's saying?
Texas families like the Godfreys.
You guys
Pandemic when you would have had to compete against, but it is a easier time to buy than it was during the pandemic when you would have had to compete against multiple competing offers.
Welcome news for Texas families like the Godfreys.
You guys feeling good about getting your dream home for a good price?
Yes, I am. It's definitely not as crazy as it has been before.
And Tom, experts say that buyers should absolutely negotiate in this market. The thing to do is look at the comps in the neighborhood that you're buying in. See what homes are selling for versus what they were listed for and calculate that percentage decrease. And that is the amount that you should offer. Now, as for when these prices might start to go up, experts say that as the mortgage rate comes down, we could see those prices start to increase likely sometime next year. Tom?
Okay, so I don't understand wholly the relationship between the mortgage rate and the price thing she's talking about. Mortgage, that kind of stuff is just something I need to be more educated on, generally speaking.
We thank you for.
But anyway, yeah, it's interesting though. Like I said, I feel like I always hear that thing about the prices going like up and down. Or I'm sorry, not that. The thing about just needing to build more housing. So we'll see how that what that ends up looking like. But let's see. Do we want to cover this one too? Been going on about an hour. Let's check chat. Oh, chatty chat. Where are you? Yeah, I doubt the redistricting is going to go through. Just make it where you can. Accept the nation's people in your district, state rights. Hi, can you react to Indian stuff? I don't know what that means. It's so vague. That's so vague. I am very much, I was talking about that Mr. Clean looking dude who is not Mr. Clean. I am the Mr. Clean because he had a beard. I am looking forward to regrowing my beard. It's been a minute. But, yeah. I feel like the thing is I like much more how it looks when I have a beard, but I like much more how it feels when I don't. Like just going like this, like, and it being smooth is like so satisfying. ASMR face touching. Cringe. I don't know if we want to cover this marijuana thing. I feel like what's going to happen is I'm going to end up saying the same thing I've said about marijuana 8,000 fucking times, which is fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 6 videos covered. 7 would be nice. 6, 7. 6, 7. NASA Artemis 2. Wow. Were you on Artemis 2? Wow. Amazing. Still waiting on you to read the Constitution? Yeah, well, you know, still waiting on you to get a girlfriend, so. Both be waiting. For real though, it would be like I said, the trouble right now, dude, it's just like in all seriousness, I work like 40 hours a week and I go to the gym and I try to have like a social life and I do this, and it's like it's so rare that I have time to like dive into things deeply. And so I'm still trying to find like a pattern where I can realistically sit down and do like more thorough shit. Now I did a little bit about the Warren Smith video. I don't know if anybody who watches my Twitch saw that, but what I'm hoping to do is if I can just like pump these fucking videos out like crazy, to pump these videos out like crazy and like do it at a rate that is like insane. Like I realistically think I could do like, let's look at this. I've been streaming for like an hour. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, I have 6 videos. If I did this for 3 hours, that means I could have 18 videos a week. That's pretty diabolical. And I could probably just increase that by 3 and make it 21 videos. Then I have 3 videos a day. That's fucking insane. So realistically, if I did that, I could probably just from there take time like out of some part of my day and just do more thorough stuff. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's where I'm at with things right now. But we'll see. I do kind of want to stop now. I've had a long day, but this is more than I usually do. You mean like your Social Security deep dive? Yeah, but less like that, but like more structured and less what would you say? I don't know how to describe this thing that my brain does, but there's like if you would imagine my brain like this, right? And it's like thorough, not thorough. I'm never over here, but the problem is I have this thing in my brain that makes me feel like I always have to be like over here on like the most thorough, and then it makes me push beyond here. And when I'm here, it really affects like my ability to like think in my working memory. So what'll happen is I'll be like, I'm not being thorough enough. And then because I'm thinking about not being thorough enough, then I'm not even thinking anymore. I'm just like caught up in the loop of stress. I just get like flooded with, yeah, it's kind of hyper fixating, but it's hard to describe. It's like a specific, like it used to happen when I would, I'm trying to think. It's like a hyper fixation, yes, but the thing is like, yeah, I just got to find a way. I think what really is going to be what I want to, the end goal is to be in a state where it just feels like fine. Because right now, basically what I have to do is I have to think, oh, I should review that more. And sometimes I just have to like not review it more, which is weird because I'm basically just like denying my brain what it feels like it should do. And eventually sometimes it'll go away, but it's hard to tell like in the moment, like, is this me actually needing to go back and rewind because I missed something? Or is this like me being insanely excessive with it? Or is it some kind of attention thing where I'm not paying attention enough? I don't know. Maybe I need to be on fucking Adderall or whatever. But I don't know. It's a lot to think about. But, or I could just, no, I don't want to get, I was going to say something insane. I don't want to get Twitch banned. But all right, I'm going to hop off, I think. I hopefully will be back tomorrow night. Or tomorrow in the maybe like 3 to 5 or something. We'll see. Something like that. But I'll see you next time.